Hey everybody and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to share with you a live day trade that I took this week, day trading pound dollar using price action, and this focused on trading during the New York session. I managed to capture the footage on my mobile phone, so I'm going to share that with you and also the reasoning behind the trade. I'm also going to share an update with you on my prop trading account with the 5%ers. If you're not sure what a prop firm is, I have got a video above, so make sure you check that out. And I also day trade in my personal account, my live account, which is with the broker Vantage Markets. But it's been an incredibly busy week for me this week. In fact, at the start of the week, I decided I wasn't actually going to trade at all because I had some family staying with me. So we've had a really busy family-orientated week. The sun has been out, we've been exploring, and it's just been lush here in the UK. That being said, you know the nature of trading, it's quite addictive, and even when you say you're not going to do it, it can be hard to sit on the sidelines and watch the markets. I wasn't going to trade because I didn't want to add any expectations or push myself to trade when I knew it was going to be busy. However, I have found myself with a couple of opportunities of time this week, and in those little pockets of moments of time, I have looked at the chart and I've managed to take a couple of trades. One of them I've actually managed to record for you, so I'll share that in a moment. But before we do that, all the software I'm using will be linked in the description below. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And let's get to it. Before we talk about the live trade, I'm going to just hop into my platform here on MetaTrader 5. So this is the platform that I use with the prop trading firm, the 5%ers. Just to share with you my data. So if we go into the history section here, these are all the trades that I took this week. So I have only taken 3 trades this week, and considering I wasn't going to trade at all, I've managed to do quite well. Finishing up, this works out about 2.5 R on my account, so that's 2.5 times my risk. So it's a good week. That's 2.5% in my live account. I risk a little bit less in this account, and I can talk more about risk management in another video. If you want to find out more, let me know in the comments below. But you might see something different if you're one of my regular viewers. What can you spot? You might see that I've actually traded pound yen this week. I was a little bit adventurous. At the start of the week, pound dollar was feeling very choppy, it was ranging, but I saw an opportunity on pound yen and I took it, and to begin with it was a loss, but then I managed to make a win, so overall that was a nice win collectively. And then I took this trade on pound dollar. Now this was taken yesterday when I'm recording this, so this was on Thursday, the 16th of May, and that's what I'm going to share with you now on my phone. Now I actually started trading pound dollar really early in the morning. I think it was about 6 in the morning, because that is how I trade. I get so many comments from you guys asking me for live trading, and it's really difficult for me to do that at the moment because I have a toddler, 2.5-year-old, and I have a baby, an 8-month-old. And as you can imagine, when they're awake, like anything else just doesn't exist and the world revolves around them. So for me to squeeze a trade in, I'm lucky, and to remember to record it or be able to just be in the headspace to record it is a challenge. However, on Thursday, I was up about 6 o'clock in the morning. I was downstairs with my baby and I was looking at the charts on my phone because I tend to do my main weekly analysis on the computer and then I update it throughout the week from my phone. That's just the only way I can trade at the moment, and it works for me. And so I started planning the trade. So as I was downstairs doing my analysis on pound dollar, my little boy Theo was amusing himself with my harp, and I usually try to keep my kind of family, personal life a bit separate from the channel video here because I like to focus on trading, and I don't think you guys probably want to see my boys that much. But I've got to share this clip with you because it's so cute. So as I was trading on my phone, this is what Theo was up to. I think I might have a little harpist in the making. And here I'm looking on the 5-minute time frame on pound dollar, and what I was observing is the fact that during the Asian session, price had already moved up and broken the previous daily high. So because we'd already had that breakout and it was ranging, it's kind of rejected that with the structure. I was kind of looking for a short. Now I put this red horizontal line across to mark the current daily open, and if we got a strong break below that with momentum, that would be the change in behavior that I would be looking for to then place a short. So to start with, on Thursday morning, I was short biased on pound dollar, trading against the overall trend, which was up, but aiming for that short-term little scalp of the liquidity grab. And so this is how I trade, is I basically set my plan on the charts. I then set the trade open on my broker, but I don't actually place the trade. I just have everything ready so that once an alert goes off my phone and I know that it's ready for the trade to be set, that's when I then set the trade. So until then, I'm not in anything. But you can see here, we had these perfect mirror bars on the hourly time frame. So price has kind of had this huge push up. It's reached the institutional price level at 1.27 and it's already started to sort of break down. That's what I was looking for initially on the Thursday morning. And this is clip 2, and the next step that I did in my trading process is obviously to check any news. But as you can see on the Thursday, there wasn't anything in the morning, which is why I placed this trade plan, because there was a window of opportunity there for a trade based purely on technical analysis. Now in the afternoon, as you can see, there was unemployment claims due out for the dollar, which happens every Thursday. And so my plan would be that if the market dropped in the morning here, I would get in for a short. But if it didn't act the way that I thought it would, then I would wait and see how it reacted later in the day based on that dollar news release. And just going to the third clip here, and as you can see, we did get a breakdown. We got a retest of the previous daily high, but unfortunately price didn't come back enough to actually trigger me into this trade short. So it did get the sell-off I was looking for in the London session, but it went without me, which happens quite a lot trading, and you have to just find peace with that and carry on. And that's what I'm doing here, is first of all, I'm looking for if we get another retest for a short. But I've started to lose confidence in my short bias because we have come down to the institutional price level and to the Fibonacci retracement level here on the larger time frame. I thought moving into New York, there could be a high chance of actually getting a reversal intraday where I would then look for longs. Moving on in time, I kind of went out and did my family activities on Thursday, came back, had some quiet time. It was after 1:30, we'd had the news release for the dollar, and at this point I looked at my charts and basically caught up with what had happened since I'd been gone. And at this point, playing this clip now, we can see that on intraday for the New York session, we'd kind of continued to trend down, but it was losing momentum. So what I did here was I placed a trend line at the open of the New York session to mark that level, because at the moment during New York, we've just been trending down lower, but as you can see, price has started to rally up. Now, I did place this Fibonacci retracement tool looking for where I could get short, but price is blasting through that area with momentum. It's moving up. And obviously on the larger time frames, I'm long biased. So I kind of just go through this process, going through the larger time frames. On the 30-minute time frame, as you can see here, we had a really strong bullish engulfing candlestick. Well, that's a really good sign for a long position. So what I'm waiting for here is a close above that horizontal line marking the New York session open. And if we got that, that would be the change in behavior I was looking for to then look for a long position. And I've got one last clip here to show you, and unfortunately, there was actually a gap in the recordings I managed to get on my phone. I'm obviously new to doing this and I'm juggling this with the boys. So I did kind of the best that I could for you guys. But as I was placing my trade to get in for this for long, it happened quite quickly, and then my phone battery flashed up and said I had 10% battery remaining, and I was like, oh no, I can't risk running out of battery when I'm placing an order. So I had to just scrap the screen recording at this point, place my trade, and then run up and get my phone on charge. But playing this last clip for you, you can see here, there's my trade that I had open with the 5%ers. I've set my trade for a buy, had a stop and a target set. And there's the plan on the charts just now. I'm going to load those up for you guys on the computer so we can go through it a little bit slower, explain the overall trade step by step. Okay guys, so I've just hopped onto TradingView here, looking at the same day that I've just shared with you on my phone. I thought it might be more clear to go through it a little bit slower here on the computer, just in case you really want to see the strategy that I use step by step. So we're looking here on the 5-minute time frame on GU, and the first thing that's the most important is to check the overall structure intraday. So as you can see here from the open, we have just been trending lower, so we made a high here. And from this high, it broke down here, breaking the current daily open, made a pullback, swung lower, a pullback, swung lower, pullback. And then we kind of had this price action here for a while during the New York Open, where we had lots of little pullbacks and a final drop down below the institutional price level. Now, all of these relate together. They're all really important because this dip below the institutional price level is really important. It's grabbing liquidity. It's rejecting that level with momentum. It fires up here. So we go above it, we get a little pullback, and then it fires up with momentum, breaking the structure, breaking this structure, breaking this structure. And that is one of the first most important points for me, is market structure being broken, a change in behavior at a key level. Also coincides with a larger time frame Fibonacci. And because I'm trading the New York session and I'm using a faster time frame, I'm mostly interested in this area now of time. And so what I did was I looked at 1:30 GMT, the New York Open. I looked at that opening candle, and it actually opened down here. It made a high here, and that's what I'm interested in, the high of the body today. It got broken here, and we got a push above and a close above. Now that is the complete trend shift from downtrend to uptrend for me, and that's where I look for a long. And once we got that, I placed an order here at 60, I think it worked out at just under 64. I had quite a tight stop set. I used a 10 pip stop because I was relying on this little consolidation area below this for my support. I set a stop kind of well below this just to account for any dips down, but mainly because this acts like a, one of my mentors calls it a pressure cooker. It's underneath this key level and it's consolidating, it's building up pressure, and I'm expecting an immediate breakout. Also because when I took this trade, it was coming up to the end of the New York-London crossovers. So I tend to like to see an immediate resolution at this time. For my target, I aimed for a 1.5R target, which was a break of these highs here. I didn't want to aim too high because we were later in the day. I just wanted to get a nice win. Sorry guys, just drop into the 1 minute. This is where I actually got into the trade, because this is how I finally tune my trades. Before we had that 5-minute close here, you see how we got this wick rejection above that level. This candlestick right here. We got a wick rejecting that level. Once I saw that, I actually dropped a 1 minute time frame, and that was how I managed to get into this, because on the 1 minute time frame you can see that we did close above this level, but then we got this immediate drop down. Well, that was where I got into my trade, because it closed above, and that was all I was looking for, was for price to close above that key level. And it worked out quite well. I could have obviously used a tighter stop, but I wasn't too fussed about that. I like to give my trade room to breathe. And from there, it just trended quite nicely up to my target. So that was securing a nice little win. Intraday trading the New York session, simply using market structure and time theory. If you want to find out some more information about these techniques, if you are a beginner to trading Forex, I have recently released an ebook. It's available from my website, so I'll include a link to that in the description below. But for those of you who are interested in how my account's developing with the prop from the 5%ers, here's an overview for you now in my dashboard. So this week marks a nice little milestone where I'm over halfway towards hitting that target in the challenge. I'm currently enrolled on the Hyper Growth program, the instant funding program, so I'm aiming to hit 10% profit, which is $2,000. Once I do that, I get a payout and I scale that account up to $40,000, and the process just continues. Every time I hit 10% profit, the account is doubled. So it's doing really well. The equity curve is looking quite nice at the moment, and the statistics here are just really useful data to refer to. So my profit factor is doing very well. I've got a positive profit loss ratio where I am risking less than what I am winning. I'm aiming to win more. which always helps. My win rate is not brilliant, I accept that, but it's enough combined with my profit factor to be profitable, which is what it's all about for me. I'm not in this to be the best trader. I'm not in this to be the most accurate trader. I'm simply in this to be a consistently profitable trader. That's all I'm bothered about. Consistently making money, in my opinion, that's the secret to trading successfully. But trading with a prop firm, especially one like the 5%ers, is a great way to build an account if you are a trader who doesn't have a lot of capital, because in this game, money makes money. If you want to trade effectively, managing your risk, which is really crucially important, it helps to have a large account. And this is how I'm getting around that curveball of not having that large account. I'm trading with a prop firm. So if you want some more information, I've got a video that's specifically about the 5%ers. I'll include that above. But I've also got a link to their website in the description below, so you can find out some more info on their programs. But I just want to say a quick thank you, especially if you are one of my regular subscribers. I do receive some wonderful comments from you guys. I don't always have the time to get back to you. I try my best to, but it really is intense at the moment, juggling so many things and, children and trading and all the other stuff I've got going on. So I'm just really grateful to have your support, and it means the world to me, so thank you. If you've enjoyed the video, please let me know by hitting the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.